The money. I go get money. Now working hard for money, innit? No, to be honest. In my usual, as in, because I run a very small organization, it's a voluntary organization called Jakwa. You know the tortoise, the story about the tortoise, our fable and things like that. And we do all sorts of things. I do crafts, tie and dye, storytelling, acting. We teach young people, things like that. I just, and this story, after reading the script, when I was actually contracted to play this role as a grandma, it was even mama, actually. I looked at it, I said, no, I'll do it, I'll participate in it. And then everything went on hype, oh yeah, this, and that. No, I'm just a simple person who don't go all those places. Yeah, I play my role as whatever. But because the projects that I normally do will deal with issues. Yeah, a lot of issues. Sickle cell, it's your health-wise, a lot of problems with sickle cell. Generally living here about travelers and all the problems that community face with people who just, can be problematic neighbors and things like that. And I do a lot of work with the borough that I live in, which is London Borough of Harrow. And the story came up to me like, yes, this is a problem and this is an issue that needs to be addressed. And this is a very fantastic way of pushing it forward, of letting people know about what is happening. These things do happen. I mean, I lived in Nigeria. I've lived in different parts of Nigeria. I've lived in the north. I've lived in Lagos. I've lived in Oyo, the west of Nigeria. And believe you me, things like this do happen. But because generally as a people, we hide, we tend not to mention, well, even when we have disabled children, you won't believe. Many people, your children, you don't even want that child to come out with you, let alone this kind of problem that we're in that story. I don't really want to give out too much of the story so that if we're going to be doing it, they should buy the film at the end of it. That has to go and let people know, So I've seen a lot, right from the orange seller, getting into so much little bits of problems like that. That's somebody that is, is on the lower, we say the lower, the lower cage, yes, of, let alone somebody who's got a big office and is running a company. So, these are issues that need to be addressed. And it's not only just because it's an African thing or whatever. This addresses the issue for every human race, every different culture, but we have to sing. You say blow your trumpet. I always use that phrase. We need to let people know and let those who get into trouble in that wise know that they can receive help. Know that there is solution, if you get my meaning. There must be, everything that is high up there has, everything that has a beginning, yes, comes an end. Well, they mentioned that the world was coming to an end some few days ago, so some few weeks ago, but unfortunately, we're still here. So those who expect it to end, well, if you want to end yours, that's fine. But listen, issues have to be dealt with and solved. Every person has the right to seek help when they are in that kind of situation.
Wow, you gave us such a powerful speech. It shows what an advocate you are for issues like this.
Hold on, like.
Oh yeah, stand by. Madam. Oh yeah. Just hold the gun steady, just like that throughout. This shot is just there. No, West, see the look out. I'm just
No, the way you hold the thing like vibrator.
Okay. So there are kill his man, small though. Kill his man. Let's see.
When you make it, not be that they make you laugh. Uncle Larry there, they make me laugh.
When you are.
All right, start by action. Just maintain the gun like that.
Listen. Me. Your husband. Listen.
Okay, got it.
Quite a lot of interesting happenings on sets, both in terms of the acting and both out of the acting, because one of the most memorable instances was, I think one of the Sundays we were filming happened to be the day Nigeria was playing the finals of the African Cup of Nations, and it's as we were filming actually that we had to pause a bit.
Since the penalty.
Alright, silence please. Roll it.
Before you roll, let's see this.
You must see this one.
Let's see roll.
This one.
Me, we were the king party. Okay, this is they don't bad me. I said, what they will come back. She wants to know they don't give her 100 million. I know. No, Dangote don't give her 100 million. I think this was the way that they low. Nigeria will make up. Hey. So the slow don't stop now. You still listen. Listen. Was it that's no atmosphere when you did it? No, that's good. Good for you guys. You don't need to support you know the dance. You don't be as a whole soccer. They give us qualify, we will win. Imagine, no qualify. If we qualify, we will win. Imagine, they don't qualify, we don't win. Now, me, I will not get any. I don't know the fees. The olden days.
What I enjoy the most is about meeting everyone, having a family here. Basically, yeah, meeting everyone. Yes, from the audition, I did it with my friend, which was like a family, and then met Rookie, which made everything like really easy, and then it's been fun all the way.
How does it feel working with Mr. Rookie, Mr. Director?
Feels great. It's like a dad to me. Presently, officially, it's my father here in the UK now.
Wow.
If this is going to collect pocket money, that's going
Wow.
My children are 4 now. 4 children. Because this one they told me so.
No, yoga.
No, not my husband.
Hey, my husband will kill me. Oh, yeah.
Everybody gets one.
Okay. My husband.
Just one
You
strong,
did
don't
it.
worry.
My boyfriend will kill me.
All right, Miss Interviewer.
I'm ready for you guys.
Yes, I'm recording.
My name is Olasumbo Balogun, nee Lola Ibekwe.
And
My name is Jedida
David.
Jedi baby.
It's really lovely to meet you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys have taking the time to do this interview with us today. So we're on the set of Shameful, Deceit. I see you posing, Lola.
Yes, I'm posing.
Is that how much fun you've had on set? Is that how much fun you've had on the set of the movie?
Oh, yes.
So, how is it? What has the experience been for you? First of all, is this your first movie?
Yes, this is my first.
This is your first movie as what?
As a makeup artist.
As a makeup artist.
Yeah.
And how did you find it?
Very interesting.
In what regard?
I was actually expecting some sort of, I don't know what to say now.
Did you have to do any blood scenes?
Yeah, I had
Did you have to do blood scenes?
I had to do, oh yeah, obviously I have to do some blood scene, cuts and stuff. It's very challenging because I haven't actually put that into practice, even though I've got the skills, but it's fun. Okay, he's got cut now. He's a painful.
Okay, good back. I was looking at the what you saw that light on now foundation.
Which one?
This one.
Make it darken it.
So I have to darken, maybe we can get to his skin tone.
My skin tone.
Which one? Good back. It's too much.
She's bad. She's bad.
Which one is Pogito?
Bagetta. Onye zere nga ahụ. Onye ka na-akpa akuntus, kuntus ka na-eku. Ala na ala.
Is that real Igbo?
Eke na ake, okunye ọzọ na alọ. Ikpu na akpu.
Larry Balogun actually is an amazing actor. He was, very friendly. He made the set so interesting that even if you're not acting and you're on set there, you're happy that you met him. So, he was very lively with people like Larry Balogun on set. And I would say other actors and actresses on set were not too bad. Everybody on set enjoyed the set. It was like a family. So I would say, yeah. I have people like Ikenna on set. Ikenna Obi. I had Avon, Fatima Jabe. I had people like, my production manager is, in fact, was a fantastic person on set. So she also made, even at times when I wasn't really too happy on set, she, tried to make me happy. And, I would say everybody on set, tried to be themselves, and they made everything interesting, except one or two people. Well, I wouldn't want to mention names now, but we had a few people who gave us a little bit of stress, but all the same, it was a good set.
I want it to lock itself.
Okay, yeah, that's what.
Make her smile. She will kill us. You should pack this out.
Yeah. She not go great. Quickly. That's where. Yeah.
Obviously, Uncle Larry Balogun.
Oh,
to me, he's one person I do respect. I've known him all my life, and I really do respect him on this set. I also respect the producer, actually, and the director. For everyone behind the scene, but for the actors and actresses on set, I think I do respect the grandma. Yeah. She's very funny,
very lovely
woman, and.
I
really do respect Uncle Larry. To me, he's the
my bro. That is great. That is great. So the grandma is the famed. She's
a very big veteran too, and I've known her and Uncle Larry for a very long time. These are people you have watched on sets and on televisions, on movies, on stage, times, and meeting them, it's you're like awed, and then suddenly you're no longer awed. You see them like they're your friends.
So they're down to earth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I said Uncle Larry is the best of the divas to have.
Oh, that
He's
is
just
such,
awesome.
I'm sure he'll like that.
Oh yes.
Like
filming is, there are different things that people do that they like, but what I particularly fancied was the engagement scene. It was shot by, in that scene we had Mr. Balogun, and he was getting engaged to this other character that was played by Yvonne. The lighting in that scene is fantastic because the area where we had to film was quite restrictive, but you will not know that when you see the film. We had so many extras, and the way it was eventually edited, it was a masterpiece. The mixture of colors from outfits to the balloons, it was good. That scene, I would say, was one of my best. Maybe because I'm a cinematographer and I'm looking at it from the lighting point of view.
We'll go wherever he wills. It may not be beautiful.
What's this?
Exactly what it looks like.
What are you doing?
Well, what does it look like I'm doing to you?
There's a scene with Elizabeth, Lady Wilfred, and Elizabeth's auntie, which I actually stood and watched and filmed for the making of the movie. I enjoyed that scene. In fact, I could remember most of the words. So yes, it's a scene where Elizabeth is saying, with all due respect, Lady Wilfred, I'm not going back on my decision. Lady Wilfred answers, for my son to be the first in the family, to get a divorce over my dead body. And Elizabeth's aunt coming back and saying, well, you know, which is it you want? Is it your family, your son or your granddaughter who's going to grow up coming from a broken home? Which is it? What are you trying to protect? So I love that scene with Lady Wilfred then saying, which one's your own? So I enjoyed that.
That cannot happen. My son, the first to have a divorce in the family, over my dead body.
Wait a minute. I'm a bit confused here. Who are you trying to protect? Your family name, your son, or your granddaughter who will grow up coming from a broken home? Which one is it?
Which one is your own now?
You don't need the sound now, bro?
No.
Okay.
Don't break my umbrella.
Okay. When they talk umbrella, you go talk say you get umbrella.
They're not going to say that this thing they talk about. Hey, we're out in the snow filming. Hit me. Say something. We are filming.
Hello? Is this the last scene? Can you hear us? Is this the last scene?
No.
No, are you recording?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
For me, one of the most memorable scenes that we filmed was there was a particular scene we filmed while it was snowing. I don't know, everything just fell into place, and for me it was the shots were sweet in terms, if I can use that word, were actually fantastic, and it was such a pleasure filming the movie and working with like-minded